The beauty of the West Virginia mountains and rivers holds a sense of peace and serenity, as should the journey we must all take through life. Join me as we walk the pathway with Mountain Hospice and visualize firsthand the dedicated Mountain Hospice team that's been providing physical, emotional, and spiritual support to those in need since 1991.
As the medical director, I oversee the Mountain Hospice Patient Care Program and work closely with the nursing care staff. I participate in the planning and evaluating the care for each patient, as well as make visits to the patient at home, hospital, or facility when needed.
Anyone can make a referral to Mountain Hospice. The individual, family, friends, as well as a physician. The admission coordinator receives a referral, and after receiving the referral, we contact the individual to discuss the services and also contact the physician to determine if they are appropriate or qualify for our services. This is often done on the same day as the referral or when most convenient for the patient or family.
As clinical manager, I oversee the patient services and needs on a daily basis. I assist with the scheduling of patient visits, ordering all needed supplies such as wheelchairs, walkers, hospital beds, oxygen, or whatever is needed to make the individual more comfortable and live life to the fullest. Each patient and family is unique and special. We allow them to maintain their independence and dignity with our services. Mountain Hospice also consults with physical therapy, occupational therapy, as well as a registered dietitian when needed. These visits are scheduled when appropriate to increase independence and assure comfort and quality of life. Many patients may need special foods or diets due to their illness, and some may need special devices to increase mobility, communication, and overall to assure as much independence as possible to increase quality of life.
As Director of Nursing Services, I oversee all nursing staff and home health aides. Mountain Hospice has a team approach to patient care, consisting of a physician, nurse, social worker, home health aide, clergy, counselors, and trained volunteers. A nurse is assigned to each patient to assess their condition, monitor progress, and develop control of pain and symptoms. Nursing staff make 2 visits per week or more based on the individual needs of the patient. Home health aides assist weekly with personal hygiene, light meal preparation, and other tasks specific to each patient, making them feel special.
Why does hospice have social services as part of the service? Good question, and that's one we're usually asked when we're first meeting a family. Basically, social services is there to link the family with other resources in the community, sometimes link the family with other resources within our hospice, such as spiritual support, volunteer service. We're also there for counseling. Lots of times the patient or maybe children, grandchildren in the family are feeling a lot of powerful emotions. Just to name a few, there's fear, there's anxiety, there's sadness, there's anger. Many feelings swirl around when you hear that someone that you love is terminally ill. So we are trained to address those feelings, help the family clarify what they're going through, and we go through ongoing training to keep our awareness and our skills fresh, because life is not a product, it's a process, and things change over time.
When people are asked where they would like to spend their last days, most generally they say at home with family and friends and familiar surroundings. We try our best to honor those wishes.
Mountain Hospice believes in providing spiritual care as well as physical care for hospice patients, and I am called in when the patient requires and requests that spiritual care to go and visit them. And I go out and visit the patient to determine what their need is for spiritual care, whether I will make regular visitations or one of our volunteer chaplains will provide that visitation.
As volunteer coordinator, I oversee all volunteers, recruitment, and trainings. I place volunteers with patients as well as arrange needs within the office and other areas. Volunteers are a vital part of the hospice team. They help with patient visits, light housework, relief for family and caregivers, and running errands. Volunteers in the office help with filings, mailings, and other special projects. We offer 9 different volunteer opportunities for them to choose from, and typically hospice volunteers describe their experience as rewarding, self-fulfilling, and special.
The Mountain Hospice Bereavement Program is a 13-month program that follows the families 13 months or longer after the death of a loved one. Services include phone visits, face-to-face visits, and supportive mailings. Our ongoing programs consist of our yearly memorial services and remembrance services. Our community bereavement program consists of the same concept, except it's for anyone in the community that has had a loss. Our new program this year is our Camp Good Grief, which is a bereavement camp for kids ages 5 to 18. During this camp, they learn to talk with other children, and they develop new coping skills to help them with that loss.
Mountain Hospice assists the individual who is ill and supports family and loved ones, allowing the patient to live life to the fullest. Mountain Hospice is an option for those who are facing a life-limiting illness and who want to remain in their own home, wherever that may be.
My experiences with Mountain Hospice began after my mother had already had 24-hour care for about 7 years. So the main thing that I remember is the relief and the comfort that I received from all of the benefits that I was eventually going to find out were available through their services. My mother had Parkinson's disease, and at no time had I even the faintest idea that hospice was something that could help her. The girls came on a Friday night, same day that I called, and within 24 hours we had equipment such as a hospital bed, we had oxygen provided, brought into the home, the medicines, which had been such a major expense. And also after teaching school, I would have to go by several times a week and pick them up. I found out that they not only helped with the expenses, but they also brought them to the home.
Well, I think one thing that's been very helpful is the use of medicine. That I had help on getting the medicine and putting it out and make sure that it was put out right.
The last year of her life was made so much better by all the services that they provided. I never had any idea that there was such a thing as respite care, which was provided for a family member that was responsible for the care. If they got sick themselves or overwhelmed, could have the actual patient put into the hospital to receive care for an extended period of time.
Oh, I feel so much more comfortable, and especially at times when he has fallen, I felt that I could call you and you were close by. It helps us and gives us a sense of comfort.
I think it's so important that people don't hesitate to check into the services and find out if there is a family member that does qualify. And it just makes such a big difference. And it doesn't have to be something that's going to result in the end of life. I've also had other family members that temporarily had the services of Mountain Hospice, and they got better and have been months and months without their services.
Mountain Hospice allows the patient to live with dignity and respect, while concentrating on the relief of both physical and emotional pain, assuring the highest quality of life. Mountain Hospice is continuing the promise of offering comfort and compassion when it's needed most. Serving Barber, Grant, Pendleton, Pocahontas, Randolph, and Tucker counties.